Hello, 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 my friends. It's great to see you all. Hello, Miss Wanda. And of course, Miss Angela's in the house, and Deborah is lurking after a day of frogging and doing and learning as she goes. Well, I hope that you have learned all you need to learn and that it won't give you any problems from this point on, Miss Deborah. And then we have Miss Jennifer Redgates in the chat. Hello, Miss Jennifer. And Mary's in the chat. And Jen Snow, welcome in. It's great to see you guys. You ladies, I should say. It has been a extremely crazy, been all over the roads, ripping and running, doing all the things kind of day. We cram packed so much into this day. Excuse me. I'm literally just sitting down. I have been on the go since before 7 o'clock this morning, which generally that's when I'm going to bed. And I didn't sleep last night, of course. But the king had a doctor's appointment at bright and squeaky early this morning. And then he had another doctor's appointment quite early this afternoon. And then we had a tax appointment, which we go all the way to Georgia to do our taxes because we really like the lady that does them for us. She's been doing them for about 6 years now and does a really good job. It's a bit far to drive, but it's worth it when you have someone that you can trust. But whilst we was ripping and running and all over the place, the king and I have been discussing expanding the family this spring. And by expanding the family, we're talking about my choice of two goats or a goat and a sheep, some chickens, some ducks, and a few geese. I have decided that I would like two miniature goats, either the Newfoundland dwarfs like we had or the fainting goats, as well as I picked up a little friend today. After we got done running all the way to Georgia, we quick ran all the way past our house again in the other direction and picked up a little lady, which once we get a few people in here, I will show you who I am talking about and let you guys meet her. So but she's a little bigger than my last one. She is 12 weeks old, so she is pretty well past the danger point where there could be anything that could happen to her. She is completely weaned and absolutely beautiful. She sat in my lap all the way home from Lexington, which is a good half-hour ride. So we got to snuggle and whatnot on the way home. I kind of smell like a barnyard right now, but I will give her a bath and take a shower myself after the live tonight. It was definitely worth it. Yes, a new piggy. And I have decided her name already. The simple version is her name will be Penelope. The more extended, extravagant version is she is Princess Penelope Pig. And she's absolutely gorgeous. She's very, very sweet. She lived with a family, husband and wife, couple little kids, and the little kids have been playing with her since she was quite little. So she is quite friendly. Now she doesn't come to you outside, like Aria did, but I'm sure within a few days and some treats and snuggles and loves, I will have her following me around like a lost puppy. I'm pretty good at doing that with my animals. So, and also there was some good news on the Tiny Tim front as well. The fella that had her is able to do what needs to be done to make sure that Tiny doesn't make any piglets. And he's going to come here one day when he's got some free time and make that happen for me so that I don't have to worry about any accidental piggies, especially being that we're talking about two different breeds. And I'm not really in the market to be breeding piggies. I just want a couple little pets because I really enjoy them. So that would be good to have him taken care of so we don't have any oopsie daisies. Let's see. I could be over. Where am I? There I am. There you go. Boy, she's making a racket in there. Huh. Okay. I just wanted to make sure we had all of our gifted memberships given out for the month, and we do. That is awesome. Oh, that's awesome, Zach. I can't wait to see it. If you want to put a picture on my Facebook group, that would be awesome so that everybody in the group can see your first finished project. I'm sure everybody would absolutely love to see that. I know I would. And we will have to schedule a time to meet up so that I know what kind of bag to make you. And I'm very happy to hear that you finally finished the project, Zach. So, how did everybody? Oh, sorry about the ads. How did everybody fare with our weather this weekend? We had a power outage for a couple hours. A tree fell on the line a couple places down from us. They were able to come out and get that fixed temporarily last night and then put a new line in today. So that is all up and going and everything is great. So we did get a chance to test out our new generator. It worked very well. Matter of fact, because we had the generator, I was able to keep going on my curtain. I was working on that when the power went out, and I have finished the curtain. I am going to be doing another macrame project for another window, and I will either do a live video with that or a video with that. I haven't decided yet. This last week, when I was going to go live, do my pop-up, I had a really bad migraine. And then the rest of the week, with hearing the storm was coming in, I had to get all the storm prep done. And it's just me here at the house during the day on my own. So it took, more time than I would have liked it to. But I do intend on getting some more lives in. It's just not working to tell you guys when they're going to be because I just don't always know what's going on with my schedule and obviously with my health. And thank you very much, Miss Sally. I will get you wrote down. Thank you, Zach. I will make sure to go and look at that as soon as the live is done so I can see that. I'm very much looking forward to seeing your first finished project. I will be right back. I will go and grab our little lady. Must be a busy night for lives tonight. Either that or I've just bored everybody because we've got 12 people in the room. We've usually got a little more than that. We've got 20 inches of snow. Oh, good, great, googly boogly. Another 6 inches. Oh my goodness, Jennifer. I hope you're all right. My goodness. You got plenty of insulation around the house then, huh? That's all right, Zach. It doesn't matter the size of your project at all. I do small projects all the time. Matter of fact, I did quite a few of them just yesterday. I did a bunch of small projects. They weren't in crochet, but small projects nonetheless that only took maybe an hour or so a piece. 5 feet of snow. Oh my goodness. We got an itty bitty bitty tiny bit of like rain, sleet, ice. There was a very light layer of ice on the plants outside and a little bit on the ground. Other than that, it was just really cold. That's about all we had to deal with this weekend. I will be right back. Going down. You gotta make your big debut. Yeah, you gotta make your big debut. Say, hello world, here I is. Say, hello world, here I is. Isn't she adorable? Oh, Kim got 15 to 20 inches. Oh my goodness. Now, this is Miss Penelope. And she laid in my arms pretty much like this the whole ride home. Getting all kinds of snuggles. Yes. She needs her first bath. Her needs her first bath. But we're going to take that as soon as we're off the live tonight. So. And I've got her a lead, and she's already used her litter box. So she figured out what that was. And she's snuggling up in her blankies. You're going to stand up? Stand up and see the world? Miss Penelope? Where you going? Where you going? What a sweet little girl. Yeah, we're a sweet little girl. And she was playing with the puppies. She's got a few little color spots on her. She got a spot on her bum bum. Oh. But yeah, she's a good bit bigger than Aria was. But that's because she's a good bit older than Aria was as well. She is 12 weeks old, so she is completely weaned. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to put her back to bed, and I'll be back with you guys in just a moment. Oh, princess. Hello, Miss Kitty. Oh, goodness. Hello, Miss Terry. Welcome in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She was an early Valentine's present. He had some stuff in the cart to get me, and then I found a South Carolina pig site on Facebook, and I seen a picture of her mommy, and I just had to ask the lady if she had some piglets left, and she did. So, you know, it wasn't really in the plans for today. Sometimes you just got to do those things. Hello, Miss Demetra. Welcome in. It's great to see you. But I have been working up a storm since I seen you guys last. I have done some crocheting. I've done some macrameing, even outside of the curtain that I finished. I finished a weaving project, which I added some macrame to. And I did a loom knitting project. So for the first one, since yes, Miss Demetra, I just showed her just a couple minutes ago. Khaleesi, that's enough. Um, but I will have a video out with her tomorrow, probably. But since Miss D from D's Creative Hands is doing her make along with if you make a project, you know, with her yarn, well, I don't want to enter the giveaway part. I just like to participate, like when my friends are doing stuff like that. So I did have a hank or two hanks of yarn from Miss D. So I made up this really cute headband. Now, I don't know what to call this stitch. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do this particular stitch before. I've not found it in a stitch dictionary anywhere. So I don't know if I made up a stitch or a combination of stitches that no one's done before, or if I just couldn't find the name. Either way, I'm probably going to do a stitch tutorial on it because it was a lot of fun to do and I really enjoyed the results. It's got a nice texture on this side, but if you choose to reverse it, it's got a alternating texture on this side. So I think either way, it is really pretty. Dee did a great job with the dyeing of the yarn. And to go with it, I cranked out a super duper long sweater or scarf. This was one full hank. Just the scarf was one full hank. And then what was left from the other hank, I did this and I made the two pom-poms. Now, the center of the pom-poms has always come apart on me when I just tie them like you're supposed to tie them. So I did needle felt the center of my pom-poms, which if you guys would like to see how I did that, I could do a tutorial on that. Because look, I can yank on those pretty good and that's not coming apart. So we have scarf set for Dee's make along thing. I finished the Cornish pixie. Got his embroidery done. I have finished the golden snitch. These are both from the new Harry Potter book, which I still need to do a review on. I had to take a day off or two from crochet because my hands was hurting me pretty bad from doing the really super tight stitches. Then I did a weaving project where I did this side you had guys already seen. And then I did this side and tied them up together, sewed up the bottom, and then I macrameed a strap and put some beads on it. So I just did the square knot for the strap. And then most of these will be available as prizes for you guys. This one here I made for my girls. And if anyone wanted one, I could definitely do a tutorial on how to do these as well. Very simple, just one simple knot tied over and over and over again until you get it. I made a dog leash. So got the clippy. There we go. Little clippy deal. And then nice little handle. It's a good length. And it's very sturdy because it's done out of the macrame cording. And then for you guys, I made keychains. I don't know what you call these. Wrist straps for you can put this on your keychain. And then you have a hanging strap for your keys. So we have red and gray, blue and gray, or red and blue. Now, like this one here, it's one single strand of the red, one single strand of the gray. The only difference with this one here is it's 2 strands of the red and 2 strands of the blue, and that makes that much of a size difference by just doubling the strands. ID lanyard. Okay, that's what they're called. But it's just the square knot tied over and over again, so I could definitely do a tutorial on how to do these as well. But these ones here will be offered up in the prize house. Because I don't know about y'all, but I can always use something that's big and kind of brightly colored on my keys, because I don't always remember where I put them down at. Even though I try really hard to always put them like on the thing of on the little strap of my purse, sometimes my hands are busy and I put them down thinking I'm going to pick them up in just a minute and put them where they belong. But right now my hands are busy and then I forget. And then I have to look for my keys. And it would be much easier to find them if I had something big to look for. But we got 6 of them made. I did all of these in one day, plus this and my curtain. So they don't take very long at all. But yeah, it's been a fairly productive week. I got a little bit more work done on my shawl. I worked on that today while we were riding along. I haven't touched my sock. That poor sock hasn't gotten any love in forever. Hello, Miss Kitty. You trying to figure out what the noise is in the house, huh? Miss Sally, I have a very hard time sitting still. Very hard time sitting still. Like, if I made 2 or 3 of those while we were watching a movie, because I can't just sit and watch a movie. I need to have something for my hands to do. A lot of times I'll spin while we watch movies, or crochet or knit as well. But I had the idea for these lanyard things, and I just had to get it out of my head. So my hands got to work. Well, I mean, technically, I guess they really could ship. So, I mean, you wouldn't necessarily have to live close, but I could totally walk you through how to do it too. Like, honestly, those curtains look very hard, right? They do. I understand that. But it's literally 2 knots. The entire curtain is made out of 2 knots. So it's got your square knot and a half hitch knot. And once you learn those 2, you can do that whole curtain. It's just about the placement and order of operation. Sometimes there was a few times I had to untie because I should have tied one here before I tied one here, and I had skipped ahead a little bit. But it's not that big of a deal. Oh my goodness, Miss Sandy left is right. The queen is in the house. How are you doing, beautiful lady? Oh no, you can macrame with yarn, you can macrame with rope, you can macrame with anything you would like to macrame with. The plus side of macrameing, like with this kind of cording, say for this kind of stuff, is there's really no place to weave anything in, right? So when you're done, there's not really a place to weave anything in to hide your stuff. So the really nice thing about this particular cording, it is nylon. So therefore it melts. So you just take lighter and light the, cut the fringe, light it, let it melt a little bit, and then dab it out with the back of your lighter. And I don't know if you can see it, but right here, it's kind of smooshy. Oh, right there, it's kind of smushy a little bit. That's because that's where that fringe came out. And I lit it and smashed it down. So it then melted to the other cord and it won't unravel because of that. So that is the advantage to using this kind, because you can do that. Now the cord that I have on for the curtain is cotton. It's a little bit thicker than this is, and this is a lot rougher than that is. So I guess it depends on, like what kind of project you're doing. When I was growing up, we used acrylic yarn. That's what I learned to macrame with, was acrylic yarn. Or what's it called? Embroidery floss, or the craft floss. You can also macrame with that, because little girls a lot of times will make friendship bracelets with macrame. You can also make necklaces with macrame. So really, you can macrame with whatever you want. It just, like if you're doing like a pot holder, jute, you can macrame with jute. Now you probably want to wear some gloves because it's going to eat your hands up a little bit. But like if you're making like a pot hanger, you would probably want to use nylon or the cotton cording, because it doesn't stretch as much as like this nylon cording would. But you could use this nylon cording. It wouldn't be a bad thing. I just personally myself would prefer the look of and the way that it holds up to use the cotton cording. So just like with yarn, where you might want cotton yarn for a wearable, but you might want acrylic yarn for a stuffy. Each kind of fiber or makeup is going to have its uses that are better, that it's better for. Hello, Miss Nisi. And Lana, welcome in. Great to see you, ladies. And Flower Tammy, welcome in. It's great to see you guys. Y'all missed it. I showed off the new channel baby at the beginning of the live tonight. We got a new piggy today. I have named her already. Her name is Princess Penelope Pig, or Penelope for short. I will probably be putting out a video for everyone to see her tomorrow. Coffee, 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 coffee. I did not get my coffee this morning. I didn't get any coffee until we showed back up to stop at the house long enough to stop at the house and leave again this afternoon, I was a little bit ornery. I told the king I need coffee. I was not ready to people without it. But we made it through the day. It wasn't too bad of a day. We got his doctor's appointments done. Of course, the one was running behind, even though we were the first appointment in the afternoon. But I guess that's how doctors do. But it was meeting his new doctor for the first time, so it went okay. Probably two little goats. I'm looking at getting either a Nigerian dwarf, a pair of Nigerian dwarfs, not pair as in male and female, but just pair as in two. Because I would prefer all females unless the male is rendered sterile. Because their personalities are just better if they're female or rendered sterile. I don't want to deal with mean animals being mean to other people or to the other animals. So, oh, Iced in Nessa, I sure hope that you either get thawed out or they're able to reschedule because, oi, yeah, yeah, bucks do stink because they have that nasty habit of tinkling on themselves as deodorant. So, yeah, I don't really want a male. I would prefer to get the little fainting goats just because I really like the little tiny ones. Um, but if we can't find those at a decent price, I will probably get a pair of the Nigerian dwarfs. So they'd be about the size that Leia was, if you guys remember her. She wasn't very big at all. And then we're also going to be getting in probably 4 to 6 chickens. I just want the little bitty, real pretty chickens, kind of fancy chickens, pullet sized chickens is all I want. And then probably 2 or 3 ducks and like probably 3 geese to protect the flock. So we're going to be setting the farm back up to running this spring. Probably one day in the next month or two, I will go and order our birds, and we will keep an eye out for the goats that we are looking for. And we got some big pens on the way that we are going to be building and putting up in the backyard for them. So that's all kinds of fun and lots of work to do, but I'll have babies to play with again, which will make me very happy. And I'll have a goose to talk to in the backyard because geese are something special. They really are. Miss Jabbers, our goose that we had, I could go out there and talk to her. It didn't matter if it was the middle of the night or the middle of the day. She always had something to say. She was always such a sweetheart. And it was so funny sitting back. Sometimes you would hear Jabbers honking and doing what geese do. And then if you've ever heard a duck truly quack, and at least the ducks that we had, they sound like they're laughing. It's not quack, quack, quack. They and it's hilarious. So the goose would be squawking, and then the ducks would start laughing, and we always said that Jabbers was putting on a comedy show out there, and the ducks were having a good time with it. Sorry about her mouth. Oh, I would actually love to get a miniature donkey. I don't want a full size donkey because I think that'd be a little bit big for me. But I would love to get one of those miniature donkeys. Oh, that's hilarious, Tina. I'm sure he didn't find it funny at all. Yeah, Billy's will eat just about anything and everything. Hello, Granny D. Welcome in. It's great to see you. And welcome in, Tina. It's great to see you too. And if I missed anybody, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to. I get jabbering away. And yeah, it was a productive week, a good week. I felt pretty good about it. I got some bags I need to get made between tonight and tomorrow night, and I will be getting those out in the mail. We still haven't gotten my car fixed because we ran all weekend that we weren't trapped in the house from this nasty cold weather. So I'm just going to pack everything up, and when the king gets home from work, once I have everything packed up, I'll just go ahead and run everything up to the post office and drop it off at the night box so that my packages can get out. I hate having packages not go out as soon as, I have names on them. But, unfortunately, vehicle problems can't be helped at times. That they can be a little scary. That's actually one of the reasons we want geese is geese one will, if they grow up with, oh, Miss Deborah says we're in the ad, so I'll give her a minute to come back. No, we actually didn't get hit by too much. It was really, really cold here. We did get a slight bit of ice. Uh, one tree came down the road a little ways and knocked a power line out. They were able to restore power within 2 or 3 hours last night, and then they came back out today and put a new pole in, but were able to keep power on while they did that. So yeah, they worked really hard last night and got the power back up and going right away. So we thankfully didn't have to go without it too long, but we did have the generator. So we had a few lights going, and we had the refrigerator plugged in. I was in the middle of cooking, of course, when the power went out. So once the generator got up and running, I used my hot pad or my hot pot, little electric two burner, and finished cooking my dinner. So no inconvenience there other than a little bit of time, and I sure can handle that. I do know that one direction from us, Aiken, where we used to live, they got hit a good bit harder than we did. And then in Lexington, on the other side of us, they got hit a good bit harder than we did as well. Somehow we got in this little area in the center that didn't get a whole lot of anything. So I am very thankful for that. And welcome in, King Kim. It's wonderful to see you, sweetheart. A big white Billy. Oh my goodness. That's awful. That poor Billy goat. That's wonderful, wonderful to hear. So wonderful to hear, Granny D, that you were safe and protected from the storm, and that you only lost power for a little bit. Yeah, I'm all the positive thoughts and prayers and goodwill and love I can send out to everybody affected much harsher from this storm. I have been sending it out. Unfortunately, so many people were affected by this storm. It covered such a large area. I know they had road crews out like crazy, or, power line crews out like crazy, because I seen probably a good 6 different convoys today of power trucks going out down the interstate between all the ripping and running we did today. Yeah, those generators, I tell you what, that's a blessing for sure. Sandrine, the Mosaic Queen. Hello, Miss Sandrine. Or should I go say, hey, girl, hey? I can't do that with near the sassiness she does. Oh, they lifted the driving ban. Well, that's good. I think they should have last night had one, because my goodness, there was people all over the roads last night. They had crashed up right down the road from me again. They like to crash up right down the road from me here quite often. A lot of times people will try to go straight through the stop sign, but unfortunately they're crossing quite a major road, and you can't always see if anyone's coming until the very last second on that road. So when they think they can zip right through, sometimes they end up getting caught and crashing up down there. Uh, see here, set that up. Mm-hmm. There we go. You guys would like a chance to get into our draw for the night, which will be the last chance that we will be giving out for the month. Just type in Penelope, and we will be drawing 5 people to go in to our live draw. Oh, and I'm working on Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter, and I have finished her little glasses. They are stinking adorable. I'll show them better to you when I take the words down. But so far, so good. I actually am very, very impressed with this pattern book. I will be honest, I have found absolutely 0 mistakes thus far in it. And I've done 2 patterns, which, granted, it's only 2 patterns out of quite a few, but uh, you know, quite a few of the other books I have tried out, and I couldn't make it through the first pattern without finding a astronomical amount of mistakes, whether they were um, written mistake or numeral mistake, many mistakes. But so far in this Harry Potter book, I can tell you I have found 0. So that makes me really, really happy. So I will be able to do a good review for it, which of course makes me very happy. Miss Lulu from Cindy Lulu's Treasure Trove got me this book recently because Heidi B won a prize gifted from Cindy, and Heidi donated it back to me. So Cindy asked me if I would like her to send me cash, or if I would like one of the things off of my Amazon wish list. I told her whatever was easiest for her to do was more than fine with me. Beggars can't be choosers, so I was happy with whatever and was very grateful to be given such a lovely gift. Well, Miss Cindy chose to go on to my Amazon wish list and purchase this book off of there, and it was sent to me. She has let me know that there is another little something on the way. It has not yet made it here, probably because of our storm, but I will show you guys the book after I take the word down, and so you can see what book I am talking about. I have done two projects out of it. I'm probably going to do most of the projects out of it. If I'm honest, there's only a few that I'm really not interested in doing. I do want to make all of the human characters, most of the animal characters, and most of the magical items. There's one magical creature I'm not really interested in, and I'm not really interested in making the Howler, which is the envelope that opened up and screamed, Ronald Weasley. I don't need a Howler in my house. So I probably won't make that. But most of the rest of them in the book I probably will make. Hello, Mr. Jonathan. Welcome in. The cops are in the house. Yeah, and Zach finished his first project, so that means I will be sending a project bag to Canada. So very proud of him. I have been waiting to see a finished project from our Zach for some time. I know many of us have. He has finally completed one, and we are very proud of him. If you would like to see Jonathan, or if you'd like to see Jonathan's, I looked at his name, goodness sakes. If you would like to see Zach's completed project, he has posted a picture on my Facebook group page. Go on over there and give it a little looky-loo and give him some words of encouragement, because we have all been there in the very beginning of our crocheting careers and could use a little bit of encouragement. And I know that you guys will all tell him something wonderful and keep him going in the right direction, which is making more projects. We want to see him keep going in crochet and enjoy making all the wonderful things like we do. But yeah, they're like, I don't know. I'm probably not going to make the flying keys just because I don't really have a place to put flying keys on my shelves, and there's only so many things I want to hang from my ceilings. I'm going to hang the snitch and the Cornish pixie from the ceiling so that they look like they're flying around the ceiling, because both of them are flying things, so why not? But I just don't want a bunch of keys hanging from my ceiling. I might make one of the three, maybe, just to say that I did. Um, they're not very long patterns. Most of the areas of each of the key patterns is like between 5 and 10 rows. The longest ones is it. The longest section is like 20 rows. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just I gotta find what I would do with them before I would make them. The rest of the characters I can put together, make a little Harry Potter shelf, and I think that they'll go really good together. And Crookshanks. I'm not really a fan of Crookshanks in this book. Let's see. Let's start pulling some names, and then I will show you the book. Now, please remember, when I am on the other page, I cannot see what you are saying to me. So if you have anything important to say to me, please wait until we've pulled all 5 names. And good luck, everyone. Sandrine, the Mosaic Queen. Congratulations, Miss Sandrine. Miss Angela Wright. Congratulations. And Sally Stevens. Congratulations. Miss Deborah Richardson, congratulations. Now, you guys do not have to do anything. You are just going on the list. Come back next week, and we will draw our winner for the month, and they will bring the entire prize pack home. And we will draw one more drawer once we're done with our names here. One last name. Miss Kim G, congratulations. Laura's Block Ministry, welcome in. And congratulations to all of our winners. Oh, let's see. I think, well, what's today? Today is the 26th. Let's go with that. Let's go with number 26. Huh. These are cute. Okay. So number 26, we have a cute little pink alpaca, llama, something. We have a cute, super cute little pink sheepy. We have a unicorn that knows that she is just the bomb diggity. We have a happy dancing unicorn. And we have one that reminds you to always love yourself. I really like that one. So these will... No, hush you. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Put it next to me. Of course, that's why I can't find it. I have one more bag set to make for this prize pack. And one other thing, I think. But just a reminder, in here we have yarn. We have the thickers. Oh, yes. We have a small bag. We have a notions pouch. We have 2 cake cozies. We have some tea. We have a medium bag, and I will be making a large bag to go with this set tonight. So all these prizes are going home with someone next week. So stop back at 8:30 next week to see if you are a winner. Thank you to everybody that donated this month. Thank you to everybody that just came and enjoyed the lives with me, celebrated my birthday with me. I very much appreciate it. I don't have too many people in my in-person life to do things like that with. So my YouTube family means the world to me. So the book I was talking to you guys about when I was a little bitty screen and you really couldn't see me is this right here. And it is written by, I think that would be Julie, but I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it. I could be pronouncing it completely wrong. It's Juli, and then Anne is her last name, Anne. And she also worked with Jody Revenson, Revenson. And this is from the films of Harry Potter, the official book of crochet amigurumi. So some of the patterns on here, I really want to do this bottle right here. That is really, really cool. Of course, we have Fluffy, the three-headed dog. We have our troll. I want to do him as well, of course. This is the professor that was there before Professor Sprout. Oh, see? Oh, of course, we have Scabbers. We have Harry Potter. That professor is Pomona. Oh, I guess it is Sprout. Yeah, Pomona Sprout. There is our Cornish pixie right here. So that's what that one looks like. This chocolate frog is just absolutely adorable. I must do this one. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the book, the monster book. Not my favorite, in the way that it looks like it's a fine pattern. It looks quite like the book did in the movies, but I don't really like it. Then we have the golden egg. Okay. And of course we have Dumbledore and Draco Malfoy, Professor Mervina, no, her name is over my head for a minute. We have Professor Snape. This is Luna Lovegood. That's who I am working on now. And I have her glasses done, as well as her little pocketbook. So we got to start. But then my hands were hurting me. But altogether, for characters, we have Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Draco Malfoy, Luna Lovegood, Albus Dumbledore, Merva McGonagall. That's who, Professor McGonagall. There you go. Sandra got it. Severus Snape, Pomona Sprout, and Rubius Hagrid. I absolutely love Hagrid. He's one of my favorite people. And then we have magical creatures and companions. We have Scabbers, Crookshanks, Trevor, Fluffy, Norbert, Bugbeak, the Cornish Pixie, Merperson, a troll, and Peregrine Puff. The Peregrine Puff is the one I wasn't interested in doing out of those creatures. And then we have enchanted artifacts. We have the chocolate frog, the golden snitch, the winged keys, the howlers, Skelegro bottle. That's the drink that they gave Harry when his bones broke, or he needed to grow his bones back. Khaleesi, that'll be enough, please. Thank you. We have the Golden Egg and the Elder Wand. So it's pretty packed full of books. There's 190 pages, 191 pages, and there's 3 skill levels in the book. Both patterns I did were at different skill levels. Like I said, I found no errors, which made me happy because yes, I can fix an issue in a pattern, but when you pay that much for a book, you should not have to. That's my whole thing. And thank you, Miss Deborah. I'm getting you wrote down. It really is a cool book. I was over the moon to get it, and I'm going to have so much fun creating the characters out of it. I absolutely love my Harry Potter movies and the characters. I haven't read all the books yet. I would like to eventually, excuse me, because I heard, as with most things, generally the books are better than the movies. But I don't have a whole lot of time to sit and read. That's why I do a lot of my audiobooks so I can work and listen. Zach, you know what, Zach? I have seen Harry Potter enough times for both of us. Absolutely love those movies. But if you like a good story, I really do suggest Harry Potter because it is a very good story that lasts. They do a good job of making the story go throughout the entire, series. Where some movies, they don't do as good a job with that. I think they did a very good job at following the story along through the books with the telling of the movies. You know what? I'm going to toss in one of these doohickeys I made. Lanyard, that's what y'all called it. I'm going to toss that in that bag too. That way you have one. Hello, Miss Bonnie. Welcome in, sweetheart. It's great to see you. Go. So I have some like fishing line. I'm going to take and hang my golden snitch and my pixie up so they can fly along the ceiling and hang out in here with me because I think that'll look really cool. I have, let's see. Oh, Khaleesi, that's enough. I know, I'm making noise. Let's see. I have Harry Potter knitting magic. And then I have the Harry Potter crochet wizardry. The other Harry Potter knitting magic. So this is book number 1 and book number 2. And these ones aren't Harry Potter, but I also have the Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Oh my goodness, Bonnie, really? I love the Harry Potter movies. Oh, I absolutely love them. It was a movie that my kids could really enjoy, but I could really enjoy them with, I could enjoy them along with them, where I didn't feel like I was watching a little kids thing. Let's see, Knitting the Galaxy was Tanis Gray. Knitting the Galaxy is Tannis Gray. Fellowship of the Knits is Tannis Gray. The Crochet Wizardry for the crochet one is Lee Sartori. And I believe, yeah, both of these Harry Potter knitting ones are Tannis Gray. Earl Grey. No, it's Tannis Gray. I love Star Wars too. Right? Yeah, you always having to wait for the next book. Yeah, Tannis is so talented, so very talented. And I mean, even if I don't get to make a whole lot of the projects in the knitting ones, just I draw so much inspiration from them that even if I don't ever make a project out of them, I will make projects based off of things I've seen in them, you know? Yes, I love The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings too. I always watch The Hobbit first and then I go straight into the Lord of the Rings set. Quite often actually I do that. Because I don't really watch TV anymore. I haven't watched TV since 2020. I rewatch movies that I've seen 1.5 billion times so that I can watch them without ever looking at the screen, to be honest. I just listen to them as I'm working and I know exactly what's going on the screen because I've seen them so many times. It brings me comfort that I can enjoy a good story, but I don't have to sit and make sure that I'm in the room the entire time. I can leave and come back and know exactly where we're at. Um, so that kind of helps me a little bit. It's just noise in the background, so I don't feel so alone at home. Yeah, the fantasy movies are really nice. I also enjoy like documentary type movies for the most part as well. Um, like historical documentaries, I really enjoy those, depending on how they're done. But lots of snow. Oof. Yeah, tea can really hit the spot for sure on a nice cold night. Yeah, as soon as I finished the curtain, the king was like just flabbergasted. He thought it was pretty awesome. So I'm gonna do a couple more windows in the house, probably with the same pattern. I really did enjoy doing that pattern, and I was able to alter it to fit the number that I needed it to rather than the number it wanted me to. So that was pretty cool. And I think I took a lot of understanding what I have learned in crochet to be able to alter that pattern to do that. So that made me feel pretty good. Pole to pole. Nope, I haven't seen that. Well, you guys were so sweet. I seen the messages coming in when I posted a picture of the curtain, and I tell you what, that makes me feel so nice that other people like it. It's just a bunch of knots. That's all it is. Just a bunch of knots. Huh. An exploration show with Will Smith. I do enjoy Will Smith. I might have to look it up. Me, I pretty much I turned the TV off in 2020 and Like, we never paid for TV before then, just because we just don't watch enough TV to justify paying for it, so I just wouldn't. But we have those Fire Sticks so that we can watch different streaming platforms and whatnot and see like still see the same shows even though we don't have like cable TV and whatnot. But usually the king's got to put that kind of stuff on because I don't monkey with it enough. I can't remember how to use it. Yes, I bought the pattern off of Etsy. When I do a video, probably tomorrow, I'll do a video on the macrame that I've been doing. I'll show the lanyards off and do the curtain, and I'll link the pattern in that video. So if anybody would like to get it, they can. I believe it was between $3 and $5 for the pattern. It wasn't very much. And I found the pattern fairly easy to follow. They had loads and loads and loads of pictures, which was quite helpful. Um, Especially being that I know how to tie the knots. I just don't always know what that particular knot is called. Um, like I just learned that it was called the square knot. So before then, I just called it a macrame knot. If I wanted it to go flat, I would say do the macrame knot that goes back and forth. And if I wanted it to go in a circle, I just say do the macrame knot. I didn't know what it was called. Maybe it's on Crave in Canada. Oh, the show is on Hulu. Okay. Right, a knot is a knot. That's what I thought. Yeah, they got half hitch knots, double hitch knots, half square knot, all kinds of funky knots. But you know, seeing the picture explaining how to do it, it made it a lot easier. But yeah, she did a really good job. I think it's a she that did the pattern. Um, but I thought it was quite well. I think maybe I should have cut the cords a little bit longer than what they had originally said because of how tall my window is, but I'm not unsatisfied with how it turned out in the length that it is. Matter of fact, I'm going to go through and kind of shorten some of them so that it does like a chevron type look to it. So I have to finish that part up yet. Other than that, it is completely done. And the only thing I got to do next is to start the one that I plan to put above my kitchen window, which is a smaller window. And then I might also do my windows out in the sunroom, which is I got like 4 windows out there that are not covered at this point. I don't want them to be fully covered because of my plants out there, but it would be nice to have a little bit of covering out there. So I might end up doing some macrame curtains out there as well. I do have a couple macrame pot holder or pot hangers that I have out there. I'm going to be making some more of those up here pretty soon as well, because there's some more that I would like to get hanging up. And I like them. I think they're really pretty. I enjoy making the macrame stuff. And it doesn't take real long. One thing that does make macrame with smaller cords a little bit easier, or smaller threads, is I picked this up at Hobby Lobby, I believe it was. You don't absolutely need it, but it did come in handy for the smaller stuff. I do prefer my center cord to be taut when I'm tying my knots. It just makes it a little faster for me. So having one of these does help to keep that center cord taut without having to sit on it or tie it somewhere or something like that. But I could probably do a video on doing the plant holder as well if you wanted, because I can change up a pattern enough to make it completely mine, and not, infringe on anybody's copyright issues or anything like that. So I will work on all of those things. I know lots and lots of videos to make. It's going to take me a little while. I'm still working on my snowman family so that I can get that completely wrote up and get the recording done. It is busy, busy, busy around here. I am going 100 million miles an hour and loving every second of it. I have been just crafting up a storm. Like, I am finishing things left and right this month. I have already used over 70 ounces of stash out of my craft room since the beginning of the year, which is amazing. I don't think I did that in a month all last year at all. I don't think I did that in 2 months all last year. Honestly, it was a pretty slow year. Oh, Maggie's got a kitty in her lap. Yes, and now I'm a new mommy all over again. So I got a baby to play with and snuggle with. And, of course, we have to work on going outside to go potty because we don't want any accidents. But she does have a litter pan in her cage, so she will use that. She went in there and used it right away when I gave it to her. So I'm sure she will be using that real well without a problem. But I do, of course, want her to go outside to do that, whenever feasible. But then once we have some friends for her outside, then she will be more outside and just come in and watch movies with me and hang out with me every now and again. Oh, I'm trying, Demetra. I'm trying. Most of the stuff I've been doing has been not really physically, I'm doing with my hands, but not like working hard. Although, oh my goodness, y'all, Tiny almost gave me a heart attack on Thursday, because they were calling for this big, all this ice, all this bad cold, whatnot. I went out on Thursday and I brought Tiny out a couple buckets of water just to make sure that his water was nice and full. Because, of course, the fuller it is, the less likely that it will freeze over, especially being that I give him one of the little plastic tiny toddler pools. So I went to bring that out for him, and I pushed his gate open to his pen. And as I was pushing his gate open to his pen, he was jumping up on the gate to come see me like he always does. He comes and he'll jump up on the gate and he'll try to give me kisses through the gate and stuff like that. Well, when he jumped up on that gate, his side tusk got caught in we have some like fencing on his gate, because when he was little, he could get through the gate and we didn't want him getting out and getting hurt. Well, we never took it down. Well, he got his tusk caught on that fencing of the gate as I'm pushing the gate open. So, of course, it scared the living bejesus out of him, and he's pulling backwards. And because he's pulling backwards, I couldn't open the gate back up because the gate had to come forward to open up so that I could get in there and unhook him. So I had to go running across the yard, which for me, running is really fast walking for other people because, with my ticker, I can't run. But I was trucking as fast as I could truck. Fat lady going across the yard anyway. and I had to, unlock the shop and get in the shop, and I had to get a wire snipper and go back across the yard with the wire snipper, and I snipped it and it came loose, and he got his tusk off of there. He didn't hurt himself. There was no blood, no. It just scared him. Scared me. Scared him. Scared us both. I get him all straightened out, get him calmed down. He's cool. I get his water filled up. I get him some new hay brought out there. Got his food all filled up. Give him some pats and some loves, come back out of the pen. No more than get the pen door closed. And he jumps up on the pen to tell me, on the gate to tell me goodbye. He likes to, like I said, give me kisses, and he likes it if I put my finger like along, like if his two little nose holes are like this, he likes it if I put my finger like this so he can like grab me with his nose. Well, when he was grabbing me with his nose like that, he moved his foot. His foot got caught in the gate. Then he fell and he was hanging. So I had to snip the wires off of there. That piggy. He about drove me wild. But I got him off of there. He's not hurt. Everything's good. I didn't end up dying. But they sure give you a workout. And here's Sassy Kitty. There's a Sassy Kitty. And you can see right there. That's why she called Sassy Kitty too. Look at them eyes. She says, I'm a big jerk. Huh. Oh, me Sassy Pats. Such a rotten baby. Such a rotten baby. This little thing, she was born on my lap. Her mama refused to have her kittens unless she could lay on my lap. So this little lady has been mine since the second she came out. And she's spoiled, and you can tell, huh? You can spoiled. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. Heaviest footed cat I've ever seen, though, man. This cat, she stomps more than the king does going down the hallway. She got some heavy, heavy feet. Hello, Mr. Chris. How you doing? It's good to see you, sweetheart. Yeah. Hey, good girl, huh? Hey, you good baby. She said, Mom, you brought another thing home? Of course, Coco and Khaleesi had to come up and introduce themselves to Penelope right away. And Coco has to take over as mommy because she thinks she's got to mommy everything. Oh, this camera. Stop it. If I'm talking with my hands quite a bit, and I quite often do, my camera's AI picks up the one hand movement as I want it to start following me around the room. Right, Maggie? Right. I swear, each one of her feet weighs at least a good 12, 13 pounds, but she only weighs 11. Yes, Chris, I got a new baby. I'll go in and grab her one last time so you guys can say goodnight to her before I take off and everybody can see her that wasn't in here in the beginning. I got me a new little Penelope pig today. She is a Cooney, so she should only get around 20 to 30 pounds, 40 if she gets real big. But she should stay very small. And she got a nice little smooshy nose, which is my favorite. I love them smooshy faces. But I will go grab her. I will be right back. That's a cat. Sassy. Come on. Says Penelope. Ah, there is. Say hi. I'm a cutie cutie pie. I'm a cutie cutie pie. Yes. Yeah, she's 12 weeks old. So she's good to go. She's eating food. She had a sister. They wanted to know if I wanted both of them, but I think one is good, especially since I have Tiny Tim. But yes, he's my Penelope. And she's got cute little spots on her bum bum. Cute little snort snorts. Yeah, she is the same breed as Aria was. So this is what Aria would have looked like had she been able to grow up. Yeah, here's a good baby. She was taking a nap in my arms on the way home. She actually laid in my arms like this the whole way home. No kennel needed. She just snuggled with me. She they had her, of course, in a pet taxi. And they're like, "You got a box to put her in?" I said, "No, she's gonna sit in my lap." They're like, "Oh, but she's all dirty." I'm like, "I'm a farm girl." you know, I don't really care about a little bit of dirt. She shouldn't really get much bigger than what she is right now. Maybe another 10, 15 pounds. So not much bigger. She should be smaller than Tiny is. And Tiny doesn't even go up to my knees. So, you know, not very big. Not very big. But here's a good little girl. Look at that nose. I love a piggy nose. Yeah, Princess Penelope Pig. But Penelope for short. Just like, Tiny Tim's name is Tiny Tim, but we just call him Tiny most of the time. Because the king can't remember all that. Yeah. Car's a good little girl. And she quite feels like if you've ever pet like a wired hair dog, that's what her hair feels like. She feels like a wire hair dog. So she's not real soft, but she's not, rough or anything like that. But she'll be getting her bath tonight. Give her a bath. Yeah. Did we have some special piggy shampoo? Yeah. And we gave her, of course, some treats right away. Because we have special piggy treats, and I have stuff for her skin and her coat to make sure that she stays nice and hydrated. And yeah, good little baby. I just love them little eyelashes. Little eyelashes. Yes, the little noises are just, if you, I am such a softie when it comes to animals. I can't help it. I'm a mush. I'm a mush. Yep. I see them adorable little faces and I just can't help myself. Yeah. And I have a lead rope, specially made for piggies. So we can take her out and teach her to walk on the lead. Oh yeah, she'll be rotten just like the rest of my babies. All my babies is rotten. Rotten to the core in all the best ways. But they're very smart, so you can teach them to do tricks just like you do your dogs. You can teach them to communicate with the buttons, like quite a few people are doing with the buttons for their dogs. You can use those buttons for pigs as well. They are very smart and they will learn to use them. They will use a litter box if you give it to them, or you can teach them to go outside and let you know that they got to go outside just like your dog will. Now, she will, once we have everything set up outside, she will be an outside animal, but she will get to come in the house and snuggle and, maybe come in, have some dinner, hang out for a while, and then go back out with everybody else. So that's the plan. But I absolutely love having piggies around. I mean, I love my dogs, I love my cats, but there's just something special about that right there. That right there. That little face. That little face. I'm gonna go put her back and I will be right back with you guys. Come on, baby girl. Good girl. Like a good girl. Whew. So yeah, I'm gonna be a busy lady between crafting and playing with babies. Good night, Miss Nisi. It was great to see you, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. And I will be ordering your fabric probably tonight since I got things taken care of today. And I'll let you know when that comes in. And just a reminder that if you guys ever do want or need a bag made for me, whether I have the fabric on hand or I need to special order a specific fabric that you have in mind, I will make you a bag whenever you need one. So just hit me up in my email, on my Discord, on Messenger, on Instagram, however is easiest for you to hit me up. Let me know what you are looking for, what size and style of bag you are looking for, as well as the print that you would like, either the specific print or the theme of, and I can go and find a few for you to select. And I also, of course, still have my hand-dyed yarn. If you want some of that, let me know and I can custom dye you some yarn up. I also have my hand spun yarn. So if you're looking for an extra special project, I can still do that for you as well. And if you are a member and you know any of the other members out there in the streets, tap on everybody's shoulder and make sure, excuse me, that they have seen the members only video. I'm only going to give it like 3 more days. So like the end of Wednesday. And then I'm going to have to redraw for the winner of the hand spun yarn. I really don't want to do that. I would like to give it to the member that won initially. However, I still have the wheel up, so I can re-choose if that needs be. So if you are a member and you have not seen that video, please do make sure to go and check it out real soon, so that you know for sure if it was you that won or not, because I would like to get that prize out to that person. If I do have to redraw, then so be it, I will. It really breaks my heart when I have to redraw a name. And Miss Rebecca, I am so happy you came in, because girlfriend, we need to chitter chat. I was in the middle of emailing you and my power went out. The bag I want to make you and your wonderful hubby, I would like just a little bit more information about the two of you so that I know in which direction to go for theme of bag for you. Say, do you like little baby animals? Do you like Harry Potter? Do you like witchy stuff? Are you more Christian? And like color choices and stuff like that. So if you could make sure you keep an eye on your email. I'll be sending you another email so that we can kind of get back and forth on that. Because, I don't want to say pick out a witchy theme if you're more on the Christian side, or I don't want to pick out like a woodsy scene if you would prefer animals. I would like you to actually really like the bag that I'm making for you, not only in its style but in the fabric choice. So if we could chit chat back and forth, that would be awesome. That would make my choices just a little bit easier for me. All right. On that note, I am going to head on out of here. I have enjoyed spending time with you guys tonight. I will be back next week for sure so that we can draw our winner and give out a wonderful prize. So make sure that you come back next week, 8:30, so that you know if you have won that prize or not. And we will be crafting together. Hopefully, I will get the stitch of the month done for this next month, so we can start that on Tuesday, for our Mondays. But so that you guys can make projects to get into the giveaway that way as well. So keep an eye out for all the fun stuff coming up. Until next time, I truly have enjoyed spending time with all of you, and we'll see you later.